the next speaker. Next, we have the perfect combination of lawyer, actor, and also singer, making his breakthrough with his duet with Sherry in 2014, and also sharing screen with Raisa in the movie Terjebak Nostalgia. MARULI, TAMPUBOLON.
You guys mind if we just sit in there so we can, like relax, we can talk.
Make yourself at
Yeah, I feel like at home. So, first of all, I would like to say thank you to Binus to have invited me to share some, I guess, to share some love. So, what do you guys want to know? So basically, 4 years ago, I was like very fat. I was 87 kilos, and I was out of shape, and I couldn't even go to the treadmill for a minute. I smoke a lot of cigarettes, like G-Sam, 2 packages a day, and like a lot of things going on in life. That like that was just like my youth life kind of thing. But I see myself that I like music. I like music so much. Fact is, music has been part of what furnishing my life for the past, now I'm 29 years old, yeah. But then, for the first 25 years of my age, I've been doing a lot of studying. I did my Bachelor's of Commerce and Finance and Business Law for my double major, and I did my MBA there as well in Australia, Edith County University. Went back here and I did my law degree, 3.5 years to finish that. And I went into a corporate law firm. It's one of the well-known corporate law firms, Marcus & Partners. And I was thinking that, is it right that I'm here? Because I still love my music and stuff like that, And I think it was about like six months already in it. And he assigned me to be a person in charge for a big, right issues when a company wants to write some issues and stuff like that, surat utang and stuff like that. We do that, and like IPO, mergers, acquisitions, and stuff like that. And that was the point where I feel like, oh God, what am I doing here? I'm like sitting here behind the desk, and people I keep on telling, because like my boss, on every Friday, he always put the radio up. With the radio up, with like big music's on and stuff like that, and then people keep on telling like, oh, who's this like Chakra, the song is so good, like that. But they didn't know I could, I love singing. I mean, is it right that I'm still young and then I'm just sitting by the desk with all these dossiers, piles of, documents and stuff like that has to be submitted to Pam and PKPM and stuff like that, and just like keep licking as my boss, and it's like, oh boss, I've done this, I've done that, I've done my LDD, legal due diligence, doing whatever it is necessary. And then, but back home, still I love doing my music and stuff like that. So I was thinking, oh my God, do I have to write a letter of resignations already to my boss? He's going to be a killer boss, sort of things. But my dad is worse than that. So I mean, like, I don't care. So I respectfully write in my, like eloquent type of writing, like, say, boss, this is like the hardest point in life where I have to find myself justifications between law and music and da 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 da. And it's like, oh, you like music, really? Okay, be the best you can be. And I said, okay, boss, thank you. I got out, and I talked to my dad. I said, Dad, I've got my certifications for an advocate, PKPA, and then I did my interns for like 2 years and stuff like that. And I got all that qualified me to go to court of law and stuff like that. And I said, I want to pursue my career in music. And then he just easily said to me, whatever, if you want to be a painter, then be a good painter. And people will find it. For as long as you love your passion and doing it, and then you just go the heck out of it. And say, okay. And then, like then, so I started to think that, okay, I might go into like a big label companies and stuff like that. So I said no names. I go to a label company, talking with the boss, and then he like gave me all these contracts. And then I said, all right, okay. I evaluate these contracts, a lot of contracts that I do. And then looking into it, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think like my dad would approve it because like, you know, it's like that's a black kind of things. But then he said to me like, up to you. You know, if you want to do it, then you do it. And then, okay, I just jumped in, went into it, and then off the first project was me singing with Sherini. It's combinations of collaborations of two music labels, Pelangi and my music. Oh, I said the name. No worries. And then right after that, yeah, we got into it. Got the YouTube hits, whatever, 1 million viewers, whatever, for Cinta Sendirian. But way before that, people didn't know that I sang for like, you know, an event or there was one time they employed me to sing on a like anniversary of a big band. You know, like they put me just right in the front of the entrance to the left, and right next to me there's this fortune, or what do you call it? Wheel of Fortune? Like, yeah, fortune wheel, yeah, that one. 5 billion rupiah. And they put me next to it. They didn't care less about me singing Jamie Carlin, like, and I was like, I have this guy's story, you know, like, they were only just like focusing themselves on that. But I have to endure that, you know. I feel like, because like, you know, I tried my best. I sang the best that I could. I sang like, well, because of you, my life has changed. Thank you for the love. And it's like, mama, what the heck is it doing? And well, I have to face that. And then Amanda said, okay, God, I'm just gonna sing for you, and then whatever. But right after that, we played. You guys know DWP, Jakarta Warehouse Project, yeah. That very night, because I collaborated with Winky Wiriawan, you guys know he's a very famous DJ. We made a song from scratch called Love Comes Around, so I do a little bit of self-promotion right now. You can go to YouTube and check it out. It's a very electronic dance music. Boom, 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 boom. And thank God, right after the bank feeling, singing, thinking just to myself and I, singing on the bank. And at night, I went to sing at DWP, and the Winky Sprout with 12,000 people. It's right in front of my eyes. It's just like, you know, crowds of people. I went, it's like a concert or what? You know, like it's everybody was like, you know, with the flag, Indonesian's flag, Brazilian's flag. You know how the DWP goes, right? And so we sang, and thank God that song was like, I wrote it with Winky, and then I composed it. Made all the melody, made the lyrics, and Winky did all the crazy beats and stuff like that. And I see the appreciations of people. It goes like, wow, it's so crazy. I even opened my shirt and they're like, let's dance, you know, like those things. Once the crowds give me energy, I give back. I am just the reflections of the energy. I'm just the medium of the energy for them. And then if they expect me to do more, then I would just, of course, amplify myself more to do more, you know what I mean? And well, so that's the sort of things that I do. And then, where am I? All right, okay. And then right after that, I like music a lot. The people sometimes, you know, in the general world, people say like, okay, what genre kind of music you like? This, that. They segment it, or they sort of like, you know, stereotyping it. Or you're a jazz singer, or you're a rock singer, or you're whatever. Genres is always be a genres, that's fine. But if you can transcend the realm of the superficiality, you can go limitless. Because the thing is, the point is, it's just like the limit is in yourself, whether you want to expand or contract. I want to expand. So I asked a friend of mine, he's a composer, his name is Ali Nadapamana. So for many songs that I collaborated with him, I asked him that, you know, not only just this type of genre of music. I wanted like, this one is different, another one is different, so it's a lintas genre, you know? So then it makes me versatile to want to improve. So it's simply like my motto is just be better than your yesterdays. And with that, of course, it comes, you know, God gives me the blessings of talents. But after the blessings, there comes the responsibility to maintain it. If you kind of like slack off and not doing the things that the talents that God has given to you, what is it got to do good to you? Nothing. And so with that, yeah, I hit the gym. I train hard. Sometimes when I do my work at the Senopati Adiraya, people say like, oh, why do you do that weightlifting that heavy? You know, I do that, you know, doing my back row 100 kilos and stuff like that. I put that intensity so high, like, and the point is this: once I feel that intensity, I can sort of like apply it when I sing that very high notes and other things. The intensity is the same. It's like, you know, you go like that, you know. If you don't get prepared with that, you'll be pingsan, you know, because it's so okay, then right. So I try to make a perfect juxtapositions between those world of sports and stuff like that to maintain my body in the right healthy lifestyle and stuff like that. And then I do my diets too. Sometimes my wife thinks like, what the heck are you doing? Like, you know, no salt in this or whatever. Well, it's just me wanting to go further than I want to be unique. I want to be one of a kind. That's the sort of things that I believe that you guys have in each one of you. I mean, God put you of talents, the talents that no one else knows but yourself, not even your mother, not even your father, but you. And if you believe in yourself and try to put self-confidence in you, and try to, when you have the things in your thoughts, but then you don't verbalize it, it won't make it a thing. Life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then prophesy some good things about yourself. Don't you just go like, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, I couldn't make it. You couldn't do anything. But if you said, yes, God, I can do this, I can do that. I'm a history maker, I'm more than a conqueror, you know. I'm born to win, I'm born for greatness. Not being cocky, but you just talk yourself in the mirror with that. I mean, that's a sort of self-motivation. Try to find a comfort way to motivate yourself, to value yourself better, to cherish that. I mean, thank God for single things like be grateful that you can still wake up with no pain and then you can go to the toilet and pee. You know, some people, they pay billions of rupiah to be healthy. But once you're healthy, you still can breathe air easily, you know. Yeah, thank God for that. You know, even the smallest things matters in life. And that's what I appreciate life more when I, you know, sort of like that's a transformations in me when I hit the gym and then I try to be better. Of course it takes time. Everything got a gradual process. Even the instant takes 3 minutes, you know, the instant, you know what I mean? Like even that. So if you want to change yourself, then be enthusiastic, you gotta be excited about things. You gotta be very enthusiastic to do things. And then that will motivate you, to fuel you to want to be so curious about improving yourself. But don't forget that you have to be grateful for where you are. But it doesn't mean that you're settling there. You're going further on. But then having a progressions, there must come, you have to be disciplined, you have to be persistent, you have to be consistent, you have to be determined. Of course, adversities would come as part of it, but you pray to God for the fact that give you power to overcome adversities. Don't pray to God, say, oh, make my life easier. No, I mean, like, you know, sometimes your surroundings will crush you, but then you gotta fight back. You gotta fight back with your own spirit, because God gives you, I mean, He created you in the image of God. I'm sorry, I'm a very spiritual man, so I mean, I'm telling you this because that's like my personal story. So, and be sensitive in things that you might think that, oh, it's a sign. It's not like, you know, you're being superstitious or being like to get, no, it's not that. I'll give you one example. Sorry, I give you one example. I was in Paris at the time, celebrating my mom's my mother-in-law, soon to be mother-in-law back in time, birthday. So we were in this restaurant, and then we were eating, and look, the guy like that, fascinated by it. I was like, I think I kind of know this guy. This is a very, like the face is so familiar. I thought it was Sony Motola, you know, the owner, Tony Motola, the real owner of Sony around the world. It's like, my God, is that him? And I even talked to like my brother-in-law. Hey, do I get to go to the toilet and then just pretend that I could sing? You know, when he's like, you know, next to me, like, oh, you know, maybe then he could, you know, put me there in America, not singing in Indonesia. Anyway, I saw him, and then he went to the toilet, and then that was what I was thinking. Should I go to the toilet? At least I say hi or whatever. And then I decided not to, and I was, you know, a bit grumpy, in the dinner. I walked by, and then I passed his room, and then I made the girl Belanda bilang hello. He looked at me, and then he said, like, oh, God, man, that guy is very respectful. He's a very old guy. I'll tell you later what his name is. Then I went to the toilet. I went back. He wasn't there. He was already sitting and eating in his room, right? Went back. Said like, went back again to that. And we finished our course, and then we finished the dinner, and then we went up the stairs. As we went up, I was with my, you know, because I used to love photography. I went like with the Canon 5D with all the flash, you know, like look like a paparazzi. And then I said to my girlfriend at the time, I'm scared that he thought that I was a paparazzi, and then he would be like, oh, no. Because as I walked up the stairs, he was going into the toilet again. And then, is this my time? Or did you know why to do things or whatever? And went up, and then I said, okay. I gave my camera to my wife, on back, went to the toilet. And then the door was closed, and there was only a universal toilet, there's only one. So I was sitting there, and there's this very old lady, so it must be some companion of the guy. All of a sudden, he opened the door, and he said, hey, you young man. He pointed out at me like, hey, you young man, you speak English? Of course, sir, I speak English. Come over here for a second. Can you teach me? Can you help me how to turn on the water? It's okay. I went inside. It's just like 2-by-1 toilets. I went by him. He was next to me, and then I taught him how to take the water on. You know, sir, it's an automatic thing. So you just put your hand like that, and then the water is out. Oh, thank you, young man. So, and then who he was? He was Clive Davis. Clive Davis, the guy who invented my Whitney Houston, Christina Aguilera, Santana. He's a very famous guy. And then I was telling him, sir, as weird as it sounds, but me meeting you in this toilet, but I'm still grateful, you know, like, sir, thank you, you know. And with that, I was a bit panicked. I was a bit like, you know, should I do it or not? Because I got my phone, and then I got me at the time singing in Bali, and then singing like Besame Mucho, you know, like, Besame Mucho, that was like very sexy, whatever, Spanish songs. And I thought it was, you know, quite international things to put in. Like, my thought was, hey sir, since I helped you with the water, would you mind helping me to see me just 1 minute? You know what I mean? I was there, but then getting my phone up, and then all my games got out like, oh my God. And then at the end of the day, I just asked the old lady, oh man, could you please help me just take a picture with this guy? And I took a picture, it's on my Twitter and stuff. But the point of me saying is that was like, I was thinking like, why didn't I just, you know, like, I was just be content, be composed. And like, yes sir, you know, at least I tried. If he rejected me, well, he's Clive Davis, you know? I don't know, he's Clive. If he accepted me, then I'll be, oh my God, whatever, you know, at least a different one. But I take that event as something, I try to transform it as something, rather than be in regrets or in remorse and stuff like that. I would just think, okay, God, maybe this is a sign for me to go further into my music. Because as soon as, because that was my vacation, and after that my vacations, that comes an enrollment for me being accepted in Marcus and Partners, and so I went in, and that's why it took me only just like 6 months, I think, just to write the letter of resignation, because that Clive Davis thing is kind of like, you know, fiddling down in my brain. It's like, okay, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you know. And I decided to come in. Once I got in, it's not that easy, you know, as it looks. It goes again, challenges after challenges after challenges. Even before the Sharini, no one knows that I was singing Pancapondak song. Aku masih seperti yang dulu. But it was rearranged, it was not that bad, but you know, since there's no music and I couldn't personify it, but that was 2009. No one knows. Who knows? No one. But that's the thing. Keep on doing it, keep on doing it. If you fail, bounce back, and then after that sort of adversities and trials and then continuous attempts of doing the things, that's what makes you to become who you are. And after that, after the Charini, it was the September Ceria. And it was the song rearranged by Andi Rianto, but we could manage to get the music out from the perspective of, you know, once you hear September Ceria for the older generation would think like, oh, Vina Panduwinata, right? But then this one, I guarantee it's different. Honestly, it's not me like, you know, being very subjective, no, but then, I mean, it was different because Andi Rianto, because we work a lot with Andi Rianto, and then we managed to sing with him and then try to rearrange it in our own way, and then it was an epic one. And people accepted it very quickly. And there comes a time, so an offer for me to sing and the Butterfly song. Does anyone of you know a Butterfly? There's a song me collaborated with Raisa for the movie that has yet to be, you know, has yet to be on the market because of some issues, of some disputes, whatever. But hopefully the movie will be on after the Lebaran. But the point is this: for all the musics, if you guys follow it, that's been on the market, all the musics are different. The one with Winky and the one with Sharini, you cannot, it's like a different genre. And then the one with Sharini and the one that I sang with Raisa is the different genre. If you guys like R&B, soul, sexy things, soulful, you go listen Bread and Butter with Imela K. That's another different songs. It's like Eric Benet, you know, with like Tamiya, sexy, you know, spend my life with you kind of songs. And when I did my first single, Ruang, it's another different type of musical genre again. I don't even know what genre is that, but you know, I asked my friends like, okay, let's just sing it. And now the second one coming up is very mellow. Kau ucap selamat tinggal, oh man, so sad. You know, it's like you're feeling like garuk-garuk aspal if you really feel it. You know, feel into it. You know, you don't move on, jadi you move back with your mantan or whatever. I forgot it. And yeah, that's the sort of journey. I mean, guys. But having to get my musical career or an acting, that's just an integrated thing. That's like entertainment. It all comes in one. But the boundaries are limitless. I mean, God created you so beautifully, and then you can just go whatever you want to do. And if you believe in yourself, if you don't have self-confidence, forget about it. But if you do have it, and then how you want to, I like this Margaret Thatcher to say, it first comes into your thoughts, and after that it comes to the words. So you have to verbalize your thoughts into words, and after the words, then it comes the actions. Doing the things that you said it, right? It's like mental, not action talk only, you know, everything. But after the words come the actions. Then you gotta do what you said. You gotta walk the talk. And after you walk the talk, the actions, that comes into the habit of you doing it. Once it becomes a habit, it's just like all these conscious things, like, you know, you just do it instantly, continuously. And after it comes the habit, it becomes your character. It becomes a person that is characterized, I mean, it becomes you, the character itself, very strong, indomitable character or whatever, yeah? And after that character, it becomes what? Your destiny. So all those things are integrated things. If you want to become the best of you, then be the best of you. Only you can do that. Okay, thank you.
Amazing. Thank you.